Hi, I'm Destiny Cruz, and you guys can follow me on Instagram at the official Destiny Cruz. You can follow me on Twitter, Destiny Cruz XXX. Go follow me on TikTok at Destiny Cruz XXX. And if you want to see my best stuff, please go follow me and subscribe to my OnlyFans at Destiny Cruz XXX. Woo!
Where are you from originally?
So I was born in San Diego, California, and raised in Asheville, North Carolina.
Did you go to public school, private school?
I went to a public school.
Do you have a favorite subject at that point?
So I wanted to be a model. I grew up watching America's Next Top Model, and I did do some freelance modeling for a few years before I got into the industry.
And when you watched America's Top Model, did you envision yourself doing it?
Yes, I did. And I honestly, I thought it was like, you know, it was a dream. It was my dream, so.
And did you do any modeling at that point, like when you were young or in high school?
So I was a toddler model in San Diego before my mom moved me to Asheville, North Carolina.
Did your family move for work, or was there?
So a lot of my family moved out to Asheville, North Carolina, and yeah.
You finished grade school. In high school, were you a popular girl? Were you a loner, a geek, a nerd?
So I went through all the phases. I was a cheerleader, then I became an outcast. I even tried to get in with the like emo goth group. I was everything. I went through all the phases.
Popular with the boys?
Yes, pretty popular with the boys.
Did that make their other girls jealous?
Yes. Yes, and that caused the rumors, and I got a lot of hate, a lot of bullying for it.
So bullying, was that just because they thought you were hooking up with their boyfriends, or was it?
Both. It was the way I looked, how much attention I got from the guys.
Did you know you were cute, and you know you were getting those reactions from guys, and on purpose?
I didn't know that at the time because people would make fun of my appearance. So I just really thought I was ugly and no one liked me, and my mom said, in fact, it's because they're jealous of you. The girls are jealous of you. And I started realizing that recently, that yeah, it's a lot of jealousy.
Jealousy in this industry, or just jealousy in general?
Jealousy in general.
In high school, did you go to your prom?
I did not. I never got asked to prom.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
In high school, did you send any of your boyfriend sexy pictures, dirty pictures?
Yes, I did.
Was that for the attention? Was that for...
Most of the time, I just wanted to feel good, and, you know, I wanted that approval, I guess. I wanted to feel accepted, and, you know, a lot of the girls were faster than me, lost their virginities before I did.
Did you take naked pictures of yourself and send them to your friends? Were they risque?
I didn't send them to my friends, more of the guys I was dating at the time. Yes.
Did they swear to you they didn't show them to anybody, but they did anyway?
Yes, that did happen. I was one of those girls, unfortunately.
And do you hear from any of those guys now that you're a famous porn star?
Yes, a lot of guys that didn't like me because of my reputation or made fun of me are actually in my DMs right now.
And what are the chances?
Yeah, what are the chances? I mean, now they're like, oh, I never, you know, hated you or thought you were uncool. Yet you didn't even talk to me. Now all of a sudden I'm cool now. I'm hot. Okay.
Do you remember the first time you saw something adult related, a magazine, a movie?
I would say, yeah, it was around maybe 13.
When you saw the adult material, did that thought ever cross your mind that I can do that?
No. That never crossed my mind while watching porn.
You finish high school. Do you go to college? Do you?
So I actually went to trade school and got my CNA, and I did go to online college for a little bit for a pharmacy technician, and backed out of it after the first semester because people actually had a good point about, do I really want to count pills for the rest of my life? No. No, I don't.
You mentioned you modeled as a toddler. Did you do any modeling in high school? Did anybody ever approach you?
No, honestly, I didn't start modeling again until around 18, 19.
And was that adult type modeling? Was that lingerie? Was
Yes,
fitness?
that was bikini, lingerie, and then nude. I eventually got to the point of nudity.
When you started modeling, was it for the attention or for the money?
Well, I wasn't making that much as a freelance model. So it was just more of, my photographers convinced me that it would, nudity sells. We could sell it like artwork, and it will help me, hopefully more opportunities would open. That's what my thought process on it was. So it wasn't really for the money, just to build my modeling portfolio, really.
Did any of the photographers try and get frisky with you?
Yes, almost every, I can't even think of a photographer that didn't try to get frisky with me.
Did you kick him in the balls? Did you?
I mean, I literally told them that I was uncomfortable about it, but honestly, I kind of got used to guys, trying things with me along the years.
And at this point, from being in this business, do you still get a lot of that, or do you get more now because of this business? Do you get?
I get way more now because of it.
And are you numb to it at this point, or
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's a normal thing now, So I don't really I don't think too much into it, or pay a lot of attention to it.
You're in the adult business and you're getting attention from creeps.
Yes.
Imagine that. Is it a turn on for you that guys will jack off to you watching your movies?
It's definitely a turn on. I love that people watch me. I think I might have always had like a little kink or fetish about that. Even in the model house beginning out in Florida, there was cameras in the model house connected to Cam Soda, and I liked that people were watching me. There's something about it. I can't explain it.
So, how do you make the transition from modeling into adult work?
Well, after the nudity, I was like, well, that's out there, and, I tried camming, and then I went to dancing, and then finally I said, you know what, we're pretty much there, might as well go all the way.
Were your friends and everybody surprised when you decided to do it? Were they?
So honestly, I was surprised that my mom was as supportive as she was. Like, most of my family are very supportive of what I do, and they were shocked, I would say. My mom wasn't too shocked. I think she just knew, I swear I get it from my mom. She used to be a freak back in the day, so.
Do you think maybe your generation or even your mother's generation is more accepting of this material now than maybe mine was?
Oh yeah, I gotta say, I don't think I would even be comfortable if I got into this like a few years ago. I feel like people are more open-minded now and more accepting of it, so I'm happy I got in when I did, honestly, and I think it was perfect timing and everything happened for a reason, so.
So what was the actual process in getting into business? Did you contact an agent? Did they contact you? Did you? So
my photographer actually told me about sexyjobs.com, and that's where my first recruiter and agent found me. And I started out in Florida, but before all that, I had an ex-boyfriend who thought about the idea of posting homemade videos to Pornhub. So that was actually shocking how many views it got on Pornhub. So I thought maybe, I could do this for a living. I could make money off of this.
You're a very pretty girl, lady, woman. Why would that surprise you? Insecurities? Was it?
Yeah, I didn't look the way I do now at all. You would think it was a completely different girl on my old Pornhub videos. So yeah, I didn't see it as like I'm this, you know, gorgeous girl, you know, enough to get that many views on, you know. I kind of just saw myself as like an average North Carolina country girl, you know.
The scenes, were they just boy-girl? Were they anal? Were they girl-girl?
So the amateur videos with
Yes.
my ex, they were just regular boy-girl videos. I did not do anal back then, so.
When you decide to shoot the actual movies, how does your boyfriend approach you with that? Hey babe, do you want to put up a camera? And...
Yeah, he was like, why don't we film this? And I said, sure, you know. I always, you know, liked, you know, others watching me, and honestly I was already kind of used to the camera because I was, you know, doing nude modeling at that point.
So do you guys then watch the footage back when you're done shooting it for the first time? Or?
Yes, definitely before we decided to post it. Definitely watched it, made sure everything was good, or we liked it, we agreed that it was good enough to post. I was a little worried.
About?
I don't know what others would think, I guess you could say.
And what did they think?
They actually loved it and thought it was really hot. But I was worried it was too, I don't know, maybe a hotter girl, or, you know, a girl. Typically the porn I see is the girls with the big boobs, you know. They're typically taller, they, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but yeah.
Did you have the same energy in those first couple of videos that you have now in your scenes?
Yes, I always try to give 100% in everything I do. I'm just when the cameras turn on, I feel like, I don't know, I'm a different person on camera because I love what I do actually. Like I love doing photo shoots. I love, you know, having hot sex, fun sex on camera. I love people watching me, you know, I love getting my picture taken. So yeah, I love the camera. I mean, I try to give a character and energy, you know. No one really wants to watch or look at someone who looks dull or doesn't have, you know, personality to them, you know. I think it makes you stand out when you have a unique personality, more energetic, you know.
Being petite with a natural body?
Yes.
I'm sure it helps a lot.
Oh, that I would say is icing on the cake.
Anyway, you guys decide to put these up on Pornhub. You get a bunch of views, I'm guessing?
Yes, way more. In just like a few days, a week, it was like, wow, that's insane. Like thousands of views. And I'm like, me? Us? Like, really? What?
Any close friends, anybody say they didn't watch it, but you kind of figured out they did?
Yes, they were like, I think I saw you on Pornhub. And that's when I knew it was real, because I never thought anyone would see it, you know. I thought it would just get, you know, pushed to the bottom of everyone else, you know. But I was really shocked that even before I got into like mainstream porn, that my mom found me within the first few months.
Should I even go there? Your mom was on Pornhub?
No. So someone in my family, I guess, watches porn.
No.
And told my mom. Yeah. And, you know, I'm not a liar, so I admitted to her, and I just prayed that I wasn't gonna get backlash or disowned for it. And she said, as long as it makes you happy and it pays the bills, you know, that's all that matters. And she's proud of me. She said, just be safe, and I don't want to hear the details. And we made a deal on that.
Was that the freaky mom speaking to you, or is that...
Well, my mom's always been more laid back and open-minded. She's dated girls too, so you know, she never was like one of those strict, you know, closed-minded religious people.
Okay. You do that movie, you're on Sexy Jobs.
Yep.
Does a production company hit you up? Does an agent hit you up to actually get you in the business?
So it was the recruiter of my agent. He introduced me to my agent, and the agent is connected to an agency. So, and then the agent books you for work through the companies.
Was there any type of interview? You wanted to see if you could do the job type of thing?
No. Literally, I just took photos, like had a photo shoot, and they post you on a website where companies can look through the photos, your height, your weight, if you have tattoos or piercings, and that's about it. They ask you questions like that, I would say, before you get in. They'll ask you if you have any tattoos, how old you are, your hair color. They want to see pictures of you. It's kind of like mainstream, I would say, how they cast that.
Was there any type of audition?
Audition? No. There was no it doesn't work like that for porn. There's not really an audition. You know, you just go in there and you do your thing. They do, and the companies do tell you like advice, like to turn yourself a certain way so you're angled right at the camera, or you know, they'll help you with your script, you know, tell you how they want it. But no, there wasn't really an audition.
This is a bad question because you're a Spiegler girl, but prior to being a Spiegler girl, had you ever gone to a go-see thing where the director, the producer says, I can get you a lot of work if I get to try out the goods first?
No. I did have a go-see, but no, nothing happened. He just wanted to see me and take photos of me, and he gave me an anal kit.
So you get ready to shoot your first scene, you go to shoot your first scene. Is it a boy-girl?
Yes.
At what point in the process does it hit you? I know you've done homemade, but at what point in the process does it hit you that I'm getting ready to shoot a real porno?
I mean, since I already did the amateur videos and modeled and cam, I wasn't really too, you know, worried about it. I was a little nervous, yeah, because it's like a real porn set. You know, there's gonna be probably a bunch of crew members, you know. But honestly, it wasn't like that for my first scene.
You walk in, I don't know the male actor's name, we'll call him Johnny. Hi, I'm Johnny, I'll be working with you today. Is that a turn on for you? Is that strange, you know, because you've never met the dude? And...
honestly, I kind of like the blind date, like the mysterious, you know, you don't know, you know, it's just spontaneous, it's unpredictable, and I like that. I like meeting new people, and I'm glad that I don't meet them beforehand, because I don't know, I think it spices it up, the scene. Like, it's kind of like, you know, fucking a Tinder guy. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to be a Tinder hoe, and I used to, you know, go out on dates, and most of the time I would fuck them on the first date. And I think that's hot, not knowing, really.
Does that make your adult job easier maybe because you don't have the relationship? You come in, you do your job, you go home?
Yes. Yes, I'm happy that I don't have like real connections with them like that, or history, I would say, like deep connections, because it makes it easier and more fun, I would say.
The Tinder thing, was that almost a game for you, or you wanted to, you look at a dude, you saw his picture, like I would love to devour him, basically?
Yes, and I would see, you know, how many guys that I, you know, liked on Tinder would actually hit me back up and actually go out on a date with me. And, you know, I think it kind of helped my confidence and ego a little bit, knowing that most of the guys that I liked on there or wanted to fuck, I actually accomplished that. So I was proud of myself for that.
Why would you not? But can you pretty much, then you meet the person in your head, there's almost a clock going off, like how fast can I get this dude's clothes off and fuck him and kick him out?
It wasn't more like that. I just wanted to see for me if I could get him. It was the thought of like, can I get this guy? And the more that I was like, I can get this guy, it just kept going. And I just wanted to keep going, you know? And it was kind of fun, honestly. It was like speed dating, you know? Well, with the sex. With the sex.
And this is typically an adult question. We're talking about this. You're a good-looking woman. You've met this dude who probably figured he never had a chance in hell with you. When it comes time to have sex with him, is he intimidated by you? Is he turned on? Does he try and impress you?
So I've had all of that, by the way. I've had guys who were intimidated, nervous. I've had guys who actually got pretty cocky, you know, like I guess I was like their arm candy, which, you know, I wasn't too fond of the cocky guys. I'd rather, I was more of like, I'd rather show you, you know, and show you that I'm not as innocent as I look. And I think, you know, it shocked most guys. It surprised most guys, for sure.
Even now, if you date civilians, do they want destiny sex or do they want you sex?
So most guys know me as Destiny, and it's hard to get away from that. So, and they see me as that now, and yeah, they just expect to have sex with Destiny, you know, their fantasy, their dream, you know. And yeah, I don't know if, you know, most guys I feel like don't like the real me. They just want the fantasy. They want Destiny.
They don't like you because of the job? They don't like you?
Yeah, they don't, well, that too, but it's more of they see this girl, this hot girl on the internet, but once they get to know her, they don't really like her. The real me.
We'll slide off track here, but what's the difference with Destiny and, I don't like using people's real names, what's the difference between you and Destiny?
So Destiny's more wild. Destiny's more fun, I would say, and young and carefree and, you know, does everything and is a yes girl all the time. And then the real me is more introverted, more a homebody, more Netflix and chill, watch movies, you know, that kind of thing. I don't really, I don't go out a lot as, you know, me. And usually, you know, when I go out, you know, I gotta go out as, you know, Destiny, because that's what people know me as, so.
So it's difficult for you just to be able to put on a pair of sweats, go to the corner of Starbucks and get a coffee?
Yes, I would say yes, because also I'm scared that people are gonna recognize me and, you know, take pictures or, you know, look who I just saw looking like, you know, a bum.
Like a human being.
Yes. So I typically don't go out if I don't have at least some makeup on.
Sexy, you're freaky, well, I guess you're freakier on camera? Are you more comfortable at home so you take more risks, or you're more adventurous?
So I would say I'm more crazy on camera. I'm more, I would say, passionate in real life, especially if I have like a connection or chemistry with that person. I'm more like, I would say lovemaking, more natural, you know? Definitely not over the top off camera.
What kind of books you like to read?
So I love like Harry Potter, Twilight. I'm kind of a nerd, but also if you really want to get me started, I love Stephen King. Favorite horror books ever.
Which one is your favorite Stephen King book?
I mean, Pet Sematary will always be.
Do you like psychological horror? Do you like to see the blood and the guts and all that?
So I'm more of a thriller kind of girl. I'm not I don't really like the whole gory, you know, slasher films. I like realistic things or based on a true story. That's what gets me.
Does that like, turn you on, or does it scare you?
It's scarier for me. Like Wolf Creek, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's the only kind of gory stuff that I will watch because it's based on a true story and it's happened in real life. I think that's more scarier than anything.
Books. Do you ever think about writing books? Do you just read them?
So I actually write poetry. I love to write poetry. I've been writing a lot again recently. I stopped for a little bit. I just never feel like it's good enough to post. So I'm kind of scared, honestly, to post my poetry. But I just write because I love to write and I love to get my feelings out and my experiences, you know, my life experiences out there.
So all your poetry is based on personal experiences?
Most of the time, yeah. It's all based on personal experiences or something that I've went through, yeah.
And you're the type of writer who gets an idea in your head and just writes the whole thing down?
Yes. When I am in a creative mode, I get into this really creative mode. And that's when, like, I just can't stop writing. Like, it just all comes out. And I love those days because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like, you know, I'm more, you know, than just the, you know.
Tell us about your vape pen.
It's a CBD vape pen for Queen and Pharaoh. And I already have a vape with my picture on it, and that will be coming out soon. I'll be getting a lot of vapes, and I'll be promoting that on all my social media soon enough. And it's a natural aphrodisiac. Forgot to say that. That is, I think, the best part of the vape pens.
You do your first movie, I'm guessing it went well. Do you immediately start shooting a lot, or you take some time off and think whether you're going to do this job? And most people, when they shoot their first scene, some girls take a step back like, well, do I really want to keep doing this? Or I had such a great time in the first shoot that I just want to work.
So I didn't have that. I had such a great time on my first shoot that I just kept going. And you know, they made me feel good about myself to make me believe that I could go far in this industry. So I took it and ran with it.
And up to this point, have you achieved what they told you? Better expectations, not expectations? What has it been?
It's been waves for me. Honestly, though, I've exceeded more than I thought I could in such a short amount of time. And I'm really shocked about that because I wasn't expecting to get this far so soon, so quickly. And I don't know, sometimes I don't know if that's a good thing or if that's a bad thing. Like maybe I should have paced myself out more. But the work, you know, definitely comes in waves. There's always pros and cons to every job, you know, but for the most part, I love it. And most of the time, it doesn't even feel like work. So
you're pacing yourself, meaning maybe not shot as much?
Yeah, I feel like because I wanted to, you know, be big, I wanted to be a star, and I wanted money, you know, I wanted the whole glitz and glam, that I think that I kind of rushed a lot of things, you know, and yeah, that's the only thing that I think about sometimes. You know,
how many scenes do you think you've done?
I can't even count. I know I've done so many, and there's still scenes out there that haven't been released yet.
Why do you think, we're going to go over this whole discussion now, but why do you think there's such a demand for you?
I think it's just not only my looks, but I think it's my energy. I think it's my personality, and I feel different. Like I've always felt unique, different from others. There's something about me I think that stands out, for sure.
Okay. At this point, is this a job for you or a career?
So we're on to that again. Before, I said it was a career, but I think this is more of a stepping stone for me for bigger opportunities. And, I have no hate on the industry, but I definitely want to do more things with my life, for sure.
Are you maybe burned out at this point?
I'm not burned out. I have dreams and goals, and I don't want to do porn forever. I didn't really go into it saying I was going to do porn forever either.
Okay, when you're not doing silly interviews like this and you don't have to be Destiny, what do you like to do?
So other than dancing, yoga, swimming, going to the beach, writing poetry, I like to hike, camp, fishing, what else? Do TikTok videos, go live, I don't know, talk to random people online, I don't know, do photo shoots.
You sound like every mainstream. Anyway.
Video games.
What kind?
So I have the new Call of Duty, the new PS5, I have the new Spider-Man, and the Oculus, the new Oculus. That has been my thing. And I'm scared of the Oculus because there's times where I don't want to get out of VR. I want to stay in it.
We've joked about it, but do you think you can have a relationship with a civilian and still be in this business?
No. Everybody I've met outside the industry said, I will date you when you retire. I will settle down with you when you retire. But they can't stand the thought of me just being ran through. I got a lot of hate just from being in the adult industry.
Having said all that, for a guy to have a chance in hell with you, tall, short, fat, skinny?
I have changed a lot. I used to have a type, but now I'm not really going off looks anymore. It's more of if we vibe, if our energies connect, if they match, the kind of person I'm looking for. I like intelligence. I'm attracted to intelligence now. Wisdom, charming, funny, that sort of thing, adventurous.
If people want to book you, do you have an agent?
So if you guys want to book me, my agency is SpieglerGirls.com. If we're talking about mainstream, I just signed up for LA casting. I do not have an agent yet. Yet, that's the key word.
Are you on social media?
Yes, I am.
Can you give me your handles?
So my Instagram is the official Destiny Cruz, CRUZ. My Twitter is Destiny Cruz XXX. My TikTok is Destiny Cruz XXX. My YouTube is Destiny Cruz.
Do you interact with people and stuff online?
Yes, I do.
So it's really you, it's not like some company?
Nope, all me. I'm running everything right now. Can't say forever because I know it gets overwhelming with just me running everything. So I might need help in the future for sure.
And do you find people maybe on Twitter want a different type of photo as opposed to Instagram, or do you consciously, subconsciously put up different types of material?
So sometimes I put up the same thing, but I try to mix it up. If I don't have anything for Twitter to post, then I'll just put up, the same thing for IG.
Do you have an OnlyFans?
Yes, I do. Destiny Cruz XXX.
Tell us about that.
Well, I try to post as much as I can. Most of the time, it's all about interacting with the fans. That's where the real money is. And promoting yourself, promoting OnlyFans.
Do you feel people come to OnlyFans for personality or to watch you get boned?
To watch me get boned. That's all it is.
When you shoot stuff for OnlyFans, do you shoot stuff you want to shoot or stuff you think will sell?
So I typically go off what my fans like, and I see the if a video doesn't do well, I typically take it off or don't. I never do it again. But most of the time, I'm pretty good with what my fans like to watch. I know what my fans like.
And from a physical perspective, what do you think is your best attribute?
So they really like DPs, anal, and blowjobs right now. And I have my feet guys. I've been watching you. I've been trying to get better with the feet pics and feet videos.
You do custom videos.
Yes, I do. I do custom videos. Interesting that I don't get a lot of customs. Maybe I'm making you guys happy already.
Craziest request you got for a custom?
I think maybe someone wanted like dirty anal. Or like me pooping, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I don't do anything with shit.
So you got off easy.
Yeah.
Do you have any celebrity crushes?
Celebrity crushes. I have a lot of celebrity crushes. So that would be hard to just choose one, because I have multiple celebrity crushes that I would die to. Huh?
If you could shoot a celebrity sex tape with somebody, who would it be?
God, that's so hard. You're making this hard.
What do you want, a gangbang with a bunch of famous people?
Yes. Yes. Can we do that instead?
Young lady,
Can we do that instead?
who would be the extra lucky dudes?
So I've always loved Ryan Gosling. I've always loved Titanic guy.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, but he doesn't look the same. But I'll still take you. I like the little facial hair now. And let's see, who else? Mark Wahlberg. Oh, I like the accents. Something about the accents does it for me. Harry Potter and Spider-Man. The old one, Tobey Maguire. Gotta have him. And then let's see, who else? I want to put like Wolverine in there.
So we're gonna have like DPs and multiple shit going on.
Yes. Yes.
A cosplay dream.
Honestly, I've been dying for that. Like,
All joking aside, what could these dudes do to you?
they could do whatever they wanted. I would not say no to anything. If all those guys were here right now, I would say just do your thing, go to town.
What would you do to them?
Everything. That would probably be the craziest video, because I wouldn't stop. I would probably go on all day and night if I could. If I had one whole day, yes. Actually, I would say 14 is not the number. I lost my virginity at 14. I can't remember the first time I touched myself. I know I was really, really young. I found my stepdad's porn videos. I don't know how young I was. I know maybe preteen. And yeah, I did pretty much everything. I didn't really like enter myself, I would say. I'm more of like rub my clit kind of girl. So I've been like that all my life.
When you first started doing it, did you know what you were doing? Did it
Yes.
just feel good? Did it just...
Yes, I knew what I was doing. It felt really, really good. I knew I was into girls at a young age too. I pretty much, saw a lot of things I probably shouldn't have seen at a young age, but honestly, I'm glad, because it helped me figure out who I was and what I liked. And I realized I'm very open-minded, I'm a free spirit, and I love sex. I'm a very sexual person, I would say.
You remember the first time you went all the way, where it was and all that?
First boyfriend ever, the crazy next door neighbor.
And did he use a line or something on you to get you to go all the way? Were you guys dating?
Yeah, we were dating and didn't really use a line. It kind of just happened. the longer that we dated, I snuck him in the house one night, and bada bing, bada boom.
Was it what you expected? Was it?
It was actually really good. It hurt a lot. And it was hard because I had to be really, really quiet to not get caught by my mom at the time. So yeah, that was kind of a like quickie situation, I would say.
You do it the first time, do you immediately become sexually active? Or do you wait before you do it again?
So I waited definitely before I did it again because it hurt so bad when I lost my virginity. Because I was way smaller than I am now, and yeah, that was not what I expected for the first time. I kind of wanted it more romantic too, so I was kind of disappointed in that as well.
Between masturbating and going all the way, had you done hand jobs, BJs, anything?
Between masturbating and going all the way, see, it's hard to tell the time frame because after like I lost my virginity, there was a little bit of time, but after like the second time, I kind of just went crazy and you know, fucked a lot. So it was kind of hard to say if I did anything in between.
First time you gave a blowjob, or you remember getting a BJ?
The first time I gave a blowjob, I think that might have been when I lost my virginity, actually. So, yeah.
At this point, you like giving BJs?
I do. I am actually, believe it or not, I am a giver, and I do love giving head. I would say that's one of my like specialties, my expertise.
For you, what's the secret to a good BJ? Are you a hand person to spit?
Everything. Deep throat, hands, a lot of spit, a lot of saliva. Have fun with it, get sloppy, and like don't be scared. Like just do your thing. Like I don't know, I really pay attention to what guys like and I listen to them, and you know, I've watched a lot of BJs and jerk off porn, and I think it helped me a lot.
And for you, do blowjobs have to go into sex, or can you just give somebody BJ and be done?
Typically, most of the time it goes into sex, but I can't say that I might have accidentally made the guys come with just head, because I'm that good. So yeah, I realized, yeah, a lot of guys have trouble not coming when I am giving them a blowjob. There's been time I've been disappointed because I didn't get to, you know, fuck them or have sex. So there's that too.
And for you, being in the sex business now, is sex still fun for you, or is it just a job?
Sex is always gonna be fun for me. It's never gonna be a job to me. I've never looked at sex like it was a job or a chore. It's actually kind of like a drug to me, I would say. I get a high, I get a rush when I have sex.
You mentioned it earlier, but is that sex with continually new people, or sex with like the same person?
So typically if I'm in a relationship, yes, it's usually with the same person multiple times. But yeah, if I'm not in a relationship, yeah, I will literally just go on a rampage and, you know, fuck as many hot guys and hot girls as I can, you know, type of thing. But the industry kind of, I would say, helped me calm down that. I don't really have that big urge anymore to just go out and fuck all these people, because I already pretty much do it for work. So
you mentioned you were into girls. Remember the first time you played with a girl?
So my first girlfriend was in the 7th grade. I know, I was so young. But I think the 6th grade was when I figured out that I was different and that I liked girls more than the other girls did.
Do you have a look for you? Everybody has a look.
For females?
Yes, ma'am.
No, it's kind of like my guy thing. I don't really, I know I like what I like. Like I like butch, I like feminine, you know, I don't really have a preference. I'm pretty like, what is it called? Pansexual. I don't really care what's in between your legs. I look for what kind of person you are inside, you know? I don't really go off of looks.
But men or women, are you sub or dom?
So for women, I'm more dominant. For guys, I'm more sub, for sure. I would consider myself a switch though.
And you do a lot of anal scenes now.
Yes.
First time you had anal sex?
First time I had anal sex, sometime during the industry, like maybe a year and a half into it, I finally did anal for my first time. And it took the right person to help me, you know, get comfortable with it. And I gotta say, I love it now. Like, I'm obsessed with anal.
More than vag?
Yes, I would choose anal over vag any day, every day, honestly.
Are DPs easier than anal?
DPs are, I would say, better and easier. I feel like it gives more sensation. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but there's something about DPs that I love more than anything.
And do you like doing, have you done gangbangs or done blowbangs or anything?
So I haven't done a gangbang. I've done an orgy. That was really fun. That was exciting. Just a bunch of girls and a bunch of guys just having sex with everyone, you know? And that was the most fun shoot I've done so far, I would say. Other than my first scene, of course.
And adult shooting aside, you as a woman, what is it that gets you going? Are you a woman that likes your nibble, your boobies play good? Or?
So I like, you know, the kissing on the neck, the sucking on the neck, the sucking of the ears. I'm more rough. I like, you know, my hair pulled, choking, slapping, and I love my feet sucked while I'm being fucked. That is one thing that really does it for me. For some reason, I don't know why it does it for me, but...
And you mentioned you like rough sex. Is that leading up to the sex or actually having sex? Well, have you done bondage and stuff? Have you been tied up and everything?
Yeah, I'm into bondage, but I'm more just into like spanking, you know, slapping, choking. I would say it would be during sex that all that would go down.
So when you're tied up and stuff, is it turn on for you that you're giving up control?
Yes, I like to feel out of control sometimes, I would say.
Do you have a bucket list of places you want to have sex?
Yes, I do. I've never even got to have sex on a beach yet. Yeah, and I'm very upset about that. I haven't been able to find the right person or guy to like just fuck me on a beach. I want more public sex. I wish I could do more public sex, public porn. But yeah, that's one of my fetishes, or my kinks, I guess you could say.
The public sex, is that the turn on for you people are watching or you might get caught?
It's both. I wouldn't mind if people were watching me, and I like the adrenaline rush of almost getting caught.
Do you know what a badge bunny is?
No, I do not.
For sake of discussion, you're doing your thing in public and you get caught by a policeman. A badge bunny is a person who works out with the cop to let him go.
Oh, I would definitely, you know, I do like men and women in uniform. So I would definitely, I have no problem with that. That's also been like a kind of a dream or fantasy of mine to, you know, get out of a ticket or, you know, do what I got to do to get out of any kind of trouble or situation like that. Yeah, for sure.
And at this point, when you go home and have sex, do you subconsciously find yourself maybe opening up the camera because you're so used to doing it?
No, it's weird. When I have sex on my own, I don't angle myself or anything. Honestly, I just let go. And I'm just more natural, something normal people would do when they have sex, And I feel like I'd rather have sex without cameras,
You mentioned acting and stuff earlier. For you at this point, when you shoot a sex scene, are you acting or are you just getting in the moment and doing your thing?
Most of the time, I'm just getting in the moment and doing my thing. Although there's been like a couple times or a few times where I did kind of have to put on a show. Either I was hurt and, it didn't feel that great. There's times like that, but I haven't had that many times like that. I would say it's just more having fun and going out there and doing my thing.
And for you, when it comes to shooting a scene, do you have to have a connection with your on-screen partner, or can you just come in, do your thing, and...
I don't really have to have a connection with my partner. I would say, there has to be a little bit of chemistry, because I can definitely feel energy, and if the vibe is off, that doesn't really help me, get into it, I would say. I have to talk to them just a little bit.
We touched on it earlier about a guy having a chance in hell to go out with you. Assuming a person goes out with you, other than the fact that you're into having sex with him, what would be the easiest way for him to get in your pants? Are you a chocolate and flower person, or you?
I am a chocolate and flower person. I'm very old school. A lot of guys don't do that nowadays. They don't open doors for women. They don't do the whole flowers and love notes anymore. It's sad because that is what I like, and I'm very simple. It doesn't take a lot to make me happy at all.
When you were growing up, you watched an adult film, and now you're in adult films. For you, what's the reality of this business versus what maybe people tell you it is?
What's the reality?
Yeah.
The reality is that most of your money will go back into the industry, and they forget to tell you that. Another thing is, if you do have an agent, you'll have to pay them either 10 or 15% of each shoot you do, the money that you get from each shoot. Also, another thing, most of the companies, the big companies you're gonna shoot for are in LA. And most of the time, you're gonna have to move to LA to work. Yes.
Anything you want to say to all of your fans?
I love you guys, and I hope you continue watching me, supporting me. Thank you for all the love. Please keep subscribing, stay subscribed, like, follow, and I love you.
Thank you.